The major of Veterinary Bioscience sits as the final year of the Bachelor of Science degree and functions as a pathway for students who are interested in accelerated entry into our graduate Doctor of Veterinary Medicine program. It's very important that we're training the future of the veterinary profession here at the University of Melbourne. Veterinarians are one of the professions that is in dire need, not only here in Melbourne, not only here in Australia, but the world over. And veterinarians work not only in clinical practice with dogs and cats and horses and production animals, but they also work in government and they work in research and a number of other areas where one may not necessarily think about veterinarians. So the reach for veterinarians is huge. The Veterinary Biosciences major is like most of the majors in the Bachelor of Science across the first 2 years of the course, with the exception of the fact that students are required to take biology, biochemistry, and a subject called Frontiers in Veterinary Science as part of their first 2 years. The final year, they study 100 credit points, 50 credit points per semester, of subjects that are directly aligned and parallel to the first year of the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. So they study several systems-based courses in veterinary science, such as digestive system, cells to systems, cardiovascular system, and respiratory system. They also engage in an introduction to the veterinary profession subject, and they engage in animal production systems subjects that run across that year. Students do not get to select in, and in fact must actually be approved for admission to the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine course in order to be enrolled in the Veterinary Biosciences major. And it's very important because it allows the students to essentially save 1 year off of their curriculum by completing a 3-year bachelor's degree and receiving credit for the first year of their Doctor of Veterinary Medicine by completing that 3-year bachelor's. So in theory, basically taking a 7-year study plan and condensing it into a 6-year study plan. Yes, one of the very exciting parts of this Veterinary Biosciences major has to do with the fact that the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine is the only DVM course offered in Victoria. So the University of Melbourne is the choice for Victorians wishing to become a veterinarian. And then having the accelerated pathway offered here through the University of Melbourne as well makes the University of Melbourne's Veterinary Biosciences course the pathway of choice for students wishing to become a veterinarian. The Veterinary Biosciences major is the only major that allows students to engage in the accelerated pathway into the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine course. This is extremely beneficial for our students because not only does it shorten their study time, but it shortens the cost of their study as well by reducing an entire year from their study. Students in the Veterinary Bioscience major start engaging themselves with veterinary facilities and veterinary teaching from day one. One of the most exciting things is in that final year of their bachelor's in the Vet Biosciences major, they do a 1-week intensive animal handling placement at the Dookie Farm, which is outside of Shepparton, owned by the university. There, they get to learn hands-on animal handling and safety skills on sheep, cattle, and horses in an authentic farm environment. In addition to that hands-on experiences, the students are also engaged directly in clinical skill building and animal handling skill building at the Werribee campus of the University of Melbourne, where those students attend 1 day a week all year long, doing practical hands-on veterinary skills. My favorite subject that sits in this major is the Introduction to the Veterinary Profession subject, which is a semester 1 subject. So the students really like the Introduction to the Veterinary Profession subject because it's always different. There's something new to learn every week. They get exposure and immersion into all of our major species, and from day one, it's hands-on. So it's a very exciting subject for the students. The students enjoy the major of veterinary bioscience because it allows them to complete their Bachelor of Science while being immersed into that first year of the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. And so they feel that it's really an excellent use of their time and that they're learning concrete skills and concrete subject matter that's going to be useful for them going forward into the veterinary profession. Graduates of the Vet Biosciences major will continue on and finish the final 3 years of the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine course. Veterinarians are qualified to register and to practice from day one after finishing the Doctor of Veterinary Medicine course. And so, opportunities are almost limitless for employment. Currently, there is a shortage of veterinarians internationally. So the world is really their oyster.